Here we are at the Ultimate Builder Custom Bike Show in Long Beach, California. We're here talking to Matt. Matt, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Listen, we're standing in front of one of your custom builds. I got to tell you, this is really an eye-catcher. I love this bike from head to toe, but I'm going to let you tell us about it because you, of course, built it. Where did you start? What was the inspiration for this bike?
Well, the inspiration is I built a bike that was very similar to this, except I used an iron head. And you can buy well-done hardtail kits for them, so I sold that bike. It was a kicker. It was very difficult for people to start, so I wanted to do that same style, but have it with the comforts of a modern Harley. So this started off as a 1999 Harley-Davidson Sportster, and what I was able to do is cut it off below the engine and below the tank, and from there I built the fixture and did my own hardtail kit. And without the motor and the tranny, if you just have just a frame, it looks like something that came from the factory out of the 50s. And it's great because, to me, Sportsters are some of the best bikes that Harley-Davidson has ever had. They run great, the parts are cheap. So going through and buying all the parts to build this is very economical. So if a guy wanted to get into the market and build a bike on a budget, this is the best way to do it. And I think this is a good example of what you can build out of a Sportster and not have it be so called the girl's bike. This is very much something I think a lot of people enjoy and like.
No, I think that's a tremendous idea. I mean, you start with a entry point bike by Harley with a Sportster, and when I first walked up here, and I told you this before we interviewed, it looked like a panhead to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I did, there's a company called Vulcan Engineering, and they sell these panhead kits for the Evolution motors and the twin cam. So being the Sportster motor, everyone, it's sort of the ho-hum motor, they've had it for almost 20 years. This was something I was actually able to change it up a little bit more. It makes a huge dramatic difference in how the motor looks, and it actually sort of complements the time period of when the bike was supposed to be built.
How about how it runs? How does it run?
It runs phenomenal. We went through when we rebuilt the motor. This was actually a basket case. When we got this bike, it was in crates when we purchased it from the customer. So we went through and we rebuilt the motor, and we put 10 over Keith Black pistons in it, and the rest of it is actually stock. We ran an S&S carburetor, and I built a 2-in-1 custom exhaust, and it runs fantastic. You can go out.
What year did you buy it?
This is a 99, bought it a year ago. So, I mean, this is phenomenal. You can go on the freeway, you can do 70 miles per hour. It has a 5-speed transmission. So it's just as reliable as a new bike that you would go buy off the showroom floor, but it has the look of a vintage bike.
Now, was the paint job yours, or did you farm that out for someone else? And how did you come up with the idea of the end look?
The paint was originally farmed out to someone who does all my custom painting, and he fell behind, so he always told me it's easy. So I went down to the paint shop, got a quick paint lesson, and went back to the house and started spraying what I thought the colors of the bike that should look. The orange came from a bike, the Sportster that they did about 2 years ago that had the same orange and black, and this is Harley-Davidson Racing Orange. Yeah, it's a beautiful orange. So I just like the look of the orange on the black, and then one of my good friends, his name is Sketch, who did the pinstriping on the bike. He's actually a conceptual artist. So he helped me with the design of the location of the panel on the tank and flowing it into the line, into the fender, and going out on the end.
Well, that's a tremendous look. It's a fabulous bike. It really stands out well. Matt, you've done a great job.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And that's it right now from the Ultimate Builder Bike Show.